What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Last time you guys wanted me to check out the 21 Pilots MTV Unplugged, and here we are. We're going to do it. The Storytellers was great, and you said this was going to be even better, so I got inspired last time. I got a bunch of new stuff I'm working on, which involves 21 Pilot covers. As you can tell, Smithereens has really hit me to smithereens. That's not the joke. It's really struck me. It's really beat me to smither. Anyway, we're gonna just dive right on in. I'm not feeling the jokes. Here we go. Let's do this thing. MTV Unplugged, 21 Pilots.
Please welcome 21 Pilots.
Dude, kind of wish I was there, huh?
Hello, we're 21 Pilots, and welcome to our MTV Unplugged.
Lots of ladies in the crowd, dude. 21 Pilots.
Now, as you can see up here,
Get it.
we're very plugged. But to me, this series has become less about performing your songs acoustically and more about a band or an artist presenting themselves in a different way than they traditionally would.
Respect.
Usually when Josh and I perform, we play with pre-recorded tracks, but tonight what we're going to do is we're going to build out those tracks in real time in front of you, and using hands-free looping and some sampling, hopefully, if we play everything right and in time, we'll end up with brand new versions of our songs.
Sweet.
Just shake it out now.
Okay. I haven't heard this song since I made this channel. I remember it though. It's got them black paint hands. Got them yellow sticks.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. Wish I had a better voice to sing some better words. Wish I found some chords in an order that is new. Wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think.
My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
I've never heard him sing.
My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
And we got 3-part.
My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
4 or 5 parts there. Dude, this is sick.
Wish we could turn back time
Right.
to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Unison.
Wish we could turn back time
There's the harmony.
to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, never sell out of it. I'd probably only sell one. It'd be to my brother, cause we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, a stone's throw from a creek we used to roam. But it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder.
My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
I've never heard this part. This blurry face
My
thing.
name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
We're gonna get into the chords. I'm gonna let this thing play. It's a long video. I'm gonna do my best to try to remember everything that.
Yeah, we used to play and pretend, give each other different names.
Perfect unison.
We would build a rocket ship and we fly it far away. Yeah, we used to play and pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and we fly it far away.
Acoustic instrument enters the chat.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama said us to sleep. Yeah, we used to play. Wish we could turn back time, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship when our mama said and we fly it far away. Yeah, we used to play. Wish we could turn back time, give each other different names. To the good old days when our mama said us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time, each other different to the good old days when our mama said us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
4132.
We're stressed out.
Oh my god. Alright, the first pause. There's so much. That's why I pause all the time, because it's so hard to remember everything. First of all, I love the unison into singing harmony. That's the Simon Garfunkel move. Listen to the boxer. I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. They sing that in unison. And then all lies in nest, and they sing blah blah blah. They sing harmony. But 21 Pilots does it a lot. I heard it on the Storytellers with Tyler doing it by himself. It's really cool to hear Josh and him sing, even though they still loop the voice. They still harmonize, two Tylers, two Joshes maybe. It's always nice to have two real different voices. I love, I think of System of a Down. Sometimes there's Serge and Darren sing in harmony, which is my favorite sound. But then there's sometimes two Serges sing in harmony in the studio versions. Like, how come they made the choice to have two recorded the same guy instead of just two different guys? Same with Facelift, Alice in Chains. There's a lot of Lane and Lane harmonies, and I've heard that maybe Jerry wasn't as confident a singer back then. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes it is Jerry though, and sometimes it's Lane and Lane. So I don't know. It's just two different sonic qualities. Second thing here, the chord progression. The first one I heard was, so we can turn back time to the good old days when the man would sing us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. All you need is a bass line. You don't even need the full chords. But if we were to do the full chords, it'd be F major. Wish we could turn back time, D minor, to the good old A minor. And the man would leave. A lot of the pads on the keyboards doing that. I also loved when they were looking at each other on the keyboards. How much rehearsal did this take? All right. Those are all my thoughts. Oh, the second time. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days where the man would sleep, but to sleep, but now. Or My Name is Blurry Face. My name is Blurry Face. I don't know. Either way, the first one was an F to a D minor to an A minor, and the next time, we're in the key of F, so it's a 1 chord to a 6 chord to a 3 chord. But now we do 4 chord to a 1 chord to a 3 chord to a 2 chord. There's always going to be a 2 chord and a 3 chord in 21 Pilots songs, and those are the last ones I search for when I'm doing ear training and I hear chords. I check the 1, I check the 4, I check the 5, I check the 6. Then I'll check for 2 and 3. If it's a minor chord and I know it's not the 6, I'm like, I can't always tell until I pick up my instrument if it's a 2 or a 3. And that's on me. I need to do more ear training. That's what I got for this one. That was awesome. Way cooler than I remember the studio version being. Onward. There's the bass. It's bass time, baby. Also, I'm sure I missed a ton to talk about, but we can't get it all. Also, it's the first time I've seen Josh play an instrument besides the drums. He's singing and playing keyboards, dude. He's a baller. Sounds familiar. Little offbeats there. It's unusual. Usually you'd be on the... So if we're counting this out, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Every other and. 1 and 3 and.
Sometimes you gotta bleed to know
that you're alive and have a soul.
God, they have superb rhythm. That's hard to play those off beats with no downbeats.
But it takes someone to come around and show you how. She's the tear in my heart.
Reverb mic. There we go. Now it's every and. One and. Harmony on the reverb mic. And there's our downbeats. It's actually doing on and off beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Sometimes you gotta bleed to know that you're alive and have a soul.
I mean, there's bird sounds, right?
But it takes someone to come around to show you how. She's the tear in my heart. I'm alive. She's the tear in my heart. I'm on fire. She's the tear in my heart. Take me higher than I've ever been.
Drums. I wonder if they have clicks. That was perfect timing. Now the birds stopped, and everything seems tighter sounding. Oh, they went from looper to band style.
But my taste in music is your face. And it takes a song to come around to show you how. She's the tear in my heart. I'm alive. She's the tear in my heart. I'm on fire.
1, 4, 5, 6. There's the one chord.
Take me higher than I've ever been.
Singing and drumming. So fun.
You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time, but that's okay.
Now we're swinging.
So you sleep fine.
Back to straight. That was sick. Swinging them vocals.
I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not using my taxes to fill holes with more cement.
Back to 4. Back to straight.
Tear in my heart. I'm alive. She's the tear in my heart. I'm on fire. She's the tear in my heart. Take me higher than I've ever been. My heart is my armor. She's the tear in my heart. She's a karma. She's a butcher with a smile. Cut me farther than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Than I've ever been.
Oh my god. Okay. First of all, the chords. In whatever order that they were playing them in is in the key of D. Dude, coming from a guy that, you know, in high school got my identity from like playing fast and cool and like listening to Yngwie Malmsteen and all that stuff, I know the hardest part about this may not be the notes being played. Obviously it's the songwriting, but the most challenging part, I guarantee, of this is walking from one spot to another. When Josh was singing and drumming, he had about 4 beats, 1 measure maybe, to get up from the drum set, not trip over any cables, not drop the drumsticks, to get to the pad, start doing off beats and singing into another mic. When you're on stage, everything is kind of like, sometimes it's in slow motion and you're looking around, but you're not thinking about, you're thinking about the song, so you're not thinking about like how many steps do I step in time, do I step out of time. That's why I said before, how much rehearsal was this? Because switching instruments live is tough, especially in the middle of a song. That's what's hard about this. That's probably what took the most rehearsing. Also, drumming and singing at the same time, a lot of people think, wow, that's really hard. And I used to say, you know what? if you're playing 4/4, if you're just, you know, playing and you're singing, then it's actually a lot easier than playing bass or guitar. If you're doing, you know, whatever instrument you're playing, if you're playing just the 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and you're singing 1 2, then it's easy. What's hard about singing and doing an instrument is when you have to keep the time on one, but then the vocals will drag. In Stressed Out, earlier there was a part where Tyler Joseph was singing, you know, out of time. If we could turn back time to the good old days, right? And then he would catch back up. I used to call it the John Mayer method because he would do that a lot in his style. And everybody who's good sings in and out of time. And I play blues, you know, where the beat's like, but you play, right? Nowhere in time at all, but then you find the groove. Back and forth between in and out of time. And drums, generally you don't do that. Drums, generally you try to keep the beat, right? So him singing in and out of time, but while also keeping the beat, is pretty dope. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this. I feel like I'm crushing it as far as playing the song all the way through and not stopping too much, but still getting everything I wanted to say out, everything I noticed. Type in the comments all the stuff that I'm missing, but thank you so much for subscribing. If you do subscribe, you will help me achieve my dream of being able to switch instruments on stage live without tripping over any cables. Onward, let's do it. Song number 3.
Okay. For this part,
Audience participation.
we're actually going to sample you guys and use your voices, putting them into this keyboard here. So, don't mess up. This is your note. Sounds like this.
Nobody wanted to be the first to do it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It's pretty good. So Josh is sampling that.
So this is something, I'm going to pause it real quick. This is something I talked about before, like a perfect example. If you're not a singer and you're a guy with a low voice, that's an intimidating note to just start singing if you're in the crowd. So you'll hear in the crowd, and you might even hear there's 1 or 2 people probably picking a different note that harmonizes with it on accident just because, you know, they're not trained musicians. It's hard to hit a note, dude. I've mistaken those notes. There's a Taylor Swift video where I said it, the note was A and G, but really it was E and D, which is a fifth lower. And so, you know, and I try to pride myself on picking out the right notes and I still mess it up. So this is kind of cool. Octaves. Fifth. Right? There's high octave, low octave, and the fifth in the middle. And I've talked about that a lot, but a lot of times people will pick that if they're not comfortable singing up there. But most women in the crowd, is a pretty comfortable note. And any tenors or men with higher voices. Honestly, dude, if you're not a singer, if you're someone who doesn't sing at all, that's scary to try to just And I know because I didn't start singing until I was in high school. So it's intimidating to give it a note. Let's stop interrupting this song and continue.
That's me.
You got the computer out.
There they
I
are.
love it. What are they gonna do?
Yeah. Feels pretty good.
Dude, I could never do computering live. It's hard enough to filming. Oh, they're sampling it literally on the keyboards.
Good job. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's put some of those effects on there to sweeten it up.
This is nerve-wracking, dude. Luckily, people are loving it right now. But if you're not a famous band, dude, people are gonna be like, oh my god, get on with it. But you're famous, you're captivating them right now. House of Gold and Lane Boy. Ooh, we know Lane Boy.
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold?
Key of C.
And when your father turns to stone,
Beautiful
will
melody.
you take care of me? She asked me, son, when I grow
Dude.
you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone,
Those
will
offbeats.
you take care of me?
And.
I will make you queen of everything you
Hell
see.
yeah.
I'll put you on the map. I'll cure you of disease. Let's say we up and left this town and turned our future upside down. We'll make pretend that you and me lived ever after happily. She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold?
1465.
And when your father turns to stone,
I gotta talk about that note. 1, 4, 6. My guitar's a little loud. 5, and then he goes 1, but this time the third note was on the bottom. Because the third scale degree can go right into the 4. It's the one right next to it. 3, 4. Instead of doing the 3 chord, which sounds good, it's the 1 chord with the 3 on the bottom. And I'm pretty sure, I'll try to double check when it does this part again, or while I'm editing it, I'll let you know if I was correct or not. But I think that's the move.
will you take care
Come on,
of me?
here we go.
I will make you queen of everything you see. I'll put you on the map. I'll cure you of disease. And since we know that dreams are dead and life turns plans up on their head, I will plan to be
That's the 1 chord in first position.
I just might be someone.
Dude,
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? I will make you
that chord is nice.
queen of everything you see.
A little
I'll
F minor.
put you on the map.
Lane Boy. That's my guess. They're gonna switch to it right here.
Sorry if that question I asked last scared you a bit like a hazmat in a gas mask. If you ask
Yeah.
that, cause my brother he likes when I rap fast. But let's backtrack, back to this. Where would you live in that phone on that list? But the problem is, not the list that exists. And no one really wants to think about this. Forget sanity, salary, vanity, my morality. Forgetting between someone I live and me. Gonna feel the heat of my cavalry. All these songs I'm hearing are so heartless. Don't trust a perfect person and don't trust a song that's flawless. They say stay in your lane, boy, lane boy. But we go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, highway. But when they may live tomorrow, they say stay in your lane, boy, lane boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, highway.
Running back to the kit. Yes, dude. Lots of offbeats. Ooh. There's the bass. So we need some low end here.
They say stay in your lane, boy, lane boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, highway. But when they be like tomorrow, they say stay in your lane, boy, lane boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, highway. But when they be like tomorrow, I'll put you on the map.
I like the reggae chords, but on the downbeat instead of the offbeats. Check, check would be the usual spot. Oh, they definitely got a click, keeping them in their lane, boy. dude. So I was thinking that one I kind of talked a lot about it as it was going on. I love the switching between the drums. Oops. I love the switching when he was running to the drum kit. That was so awesome. Let's see if I can find that move. That was so funny. Okay, right here. There he goes. You could see him sprinting back there. Let's do it again. Here he goes. Run, Josh. Get down. His butt hits the seat a half second before the song starts. Okay, onward. Track 4. I don't know how many songs there are, but we're about halfway through probably, so. They're loving it, dude. This crowd is 94% women. Respect.
I do feel like some of the best MTV Unplugs in the past have always been artists showing up and being like, whatever.
Dude, it just hit me how much pressure this would be. The Bob Dylan Unplugged, Nirvana Unplugged, Alice in Chains Unplugged, Pearl Jam Unplugged. There's so many good ones.
I'll play my songs, whatever. And I have a notepad. So I just felt like instead of hiding it, maybe we just lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of like to nerd out on this stuff. So thank you guys so much for coming and watching us play.
Taking off the jacket, dude. Follow suit. Every time I wear a jacket when I play music, I always take it off. Shy away. Oh.
When I get home, you better not be there. We're placing bets. You won't share your modesty. The only thing to leave behind is your old skin on the floor. Don't you shy away. Manifest a ceiling when you shy away. Searching for that feeling like an I love you that isn't words like a song you wrote. It's never heard. Don't you shy away. Shed your modesty, and the only thing to leave behind is your old skin on the floor. Don't you shy away. Manifest a ceiling when you shy away. Searching for that feeling like an I love you that isn't words like a song you wrote. It's never heard. Don't you shine, don't circle the track, break the cycle in half, leave your skin on the floor. Don't you shine, don't circle the track, break the cycle in half, leave your skin on the floor.
gotta pause it. I feel like they're gonna block this video if I don't pause it at some point, just to get a little bit of, I mean, I was mesmerized. Something to talk about. Cool harmony there, huh? On it. Backed it up a little bit. He's about to get that bass out.
Don't you shy away. Don't circle the track. Break the cycle in half. Leave your skin on the floor.
God, I would mess that up, just getting the bass on. Whew.
When you get home, you barely recognize the pictures they put in a frame. Shed your modesty, don't circle the track. Break the cycle in half, then leave your skin on the floor. Don't you shy away, manifest a ceiling when you shy away. Searching for that feeling, like an I love you. It isn't words, like a song hero. It's never heard. Don't you shy away.
I would have never thought to go this direction with this
Look,
song.
Mom, we're on MTV Unplugged.
Ooh.
I'm up here with my bestest of buds. He will keep playing until I am done. But I'm not quite done. And between me and you, he can play forever. He likes to play drums, even if it's the fake ones. MTV told us that we should prepare for about 40 minutes of music. So we'll play until we are done. Okay, Josh, I think I am done. Okay, Joshua, will you done? Okay, Joshua, will you done?
Dude, that's so good to add moments of to talk about the moment you're in the song. I was thinking about doing that with my blues set, like doing a blues number and then doing the lines about whatever. You'll hear people do that in local bands and stuff, but that was a really unique way to do it. What was I gonna say about that song? Just the fact that he can play. It's not a hard part necessarily, but singing so good, and I want to tell you this story so I can tell you how important this is and how awesome this is. I was just at a concert the other day, which I'm not going to even tell you what the openers or the headline. All right, I'll tell you. The headliner was Creed, and I love Creed, one of my favorite bands, unironically, since the beginning of my musical career, or well before, since the beginning of my life, pretty much, since I was elementary school. And I went to see him in the openers, Mammoth, which is Eddie Van Halen's son, Wolfgang, his band, amazing. And then Daughtry, what a voice. And then Creed. And the first two bands sounded perfect. It sounded like I was listening to a CD. In fact, the first 2 or 3 tracks were just BSing in the lawn at the White River Amphitheater. And I realized, hey, this is the band. This is not just, they're not just playing AC/DC like you do before a concert starts. This is a real band playing. It was perfect. And I was like, wow. And me and my buddy was like, I wonder if there's auto-tune. I wonder if there's pitch correction. I wonder if there's tracks. It sounds like a lot of help. And by the end of Mammoth, it was awesome. His guitar playing is unstoppable. And their band was really good. Harmony, singing, all that stuff. Daughtry came out, did perfect, did great. I knew a couple songs. And then I realized at that moment, like, there's, like, of course, tracks, and that's okay. Backing tracks. Everybody loves using backing tracks these days, and that's fine. And the pitch correction in live in real time helping, you're singing really ambitious stuff. Daughtry's an amazing singer. No shade thrown. However, when Creed came out, dude, they sounded rough at first, and at that moment I was so excited because I knew I was going to be able to hear a real rock band. It sounded different, you know what I mean? It didn't sound like the recordings from 20-30 years ago. It sounded like a guy singing right in front of me, and it started off he was a little pitchy, and he didn't quite have the thing, And I noticed at that moment, like, they're the headliners, dude, and they don't have to hit the notes, right? Like, you just have to write good songs. And, I mean, not just. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into it. But my point is, I would rather hear someone walk that tightrope where it's like, are they going to hit the note? We know so far that some of the notes weren't perfect, so is he going to hit that? Oh, he hit it. Oh, me and my buddy are singing along, screaming, jumping around. He hit the note. And there's way more I could tell about that. But I tell that story to say this. This is the best of both worlds. You can tell... Obviously, they're not using tracks, but you can tell it's a real vocal because sometimes when he goes, na na, sometimes it doesn't start perfectly on the note and he has to work his way to it. And that's the idiosyncratic beauty of a band. That's what sets each band apart is their misses, right? I talk about the bullseye all the time. If you just hit directly in the middle of the bullseye with every single note and you correct the tone with tone correcting software, you're sounding like every other singer. He sounds like him. It's not, but not just that. Not like Creed coming out sounding like him, but missing the notes a couple times. This dude is not missing any notes. No real misses in this entire performance. But you can tell that if he did, we'd hear it, and that's the tightrope walk. You know, why would you want to watch someone walk a tightrope if there's 2 feet underneath them if there's a net, right? You want to see the real tightrope walk. Oh my God, are they going to miss the note? Are they going to crack? Is their tone going to give out? Is their diaphragmatic support going to give out? Anyway, let's get on with it. This is amazing.
All right, so now we're going to build out a drum kit using sounds from you.
Yes.
So what I need first is I need a kick drum. Kick drum noise might sound something like doo or something. Does anyone want to give me a kick drum noise? No, I mean with your mouth. So you're going to have to come up and give me a kick drum noise. You, why don't you come up here? Yeah, come on. All right.
Josh is already recording. Don't want to miss it.
What's your kick drum noise? Doo. Pretty good. I think you can put more diaphragm into it. Doo. That works. All right, you can have a seat.
He kind of roasts him a little bit.
Yeah, that works. Next, I need...
This is awesome.
I need a snare. We're just going to do a collective clap. You guys raising your hands? No. I'm in charge here. We're going to do a snare, but really it's just going to be a collective clap. So just clap one time, all together on the count of 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, come on.
I knew that was going to happen. If you're not a musician, you got 1, 2, 3, clap. That's what you do. If you're musicians, 1, 2, 3, 4, pop. Right? Tale as old as time.
It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of you still don't know how to count.
I love
But I
it.
think
Roast
that
them.
works. Yeah, okay. We're going to move on to the hi-hat sound. It's really like a shush. Shh. But I need an individual. Who wants to give me a shush? Oh, me. No, she said, yeah, come on. You got it.
Also, I love being slightly funny, but not a comedian. Like you're a musician, you can say anything and get a laugh, and I love that. Right? If you're a comedian, people are like expecting amazing jokes, right? But if you're not, if you're just like a public speaker, you can just say anything to break the tension, and it'll get a laugh, and I love that.
It might suck, so I don't know why you're clapping.
Right?
So really, you're just gonna give me a shh, just a quick one. Ready? Shh. That's great. Now you clap.
It needed more onset. I would give him the best hi-hat sound, dude.
And then, did you get it? Sound good?
I got it.
Great, perfect.
He
and
made
then
it sound good.
I think we just need a woo, right?
Yep.
Just a woo.
Settle down.
So just give me your most emphatic, excited woo on the count of 4. So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next. Yeah? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's too long, you're right. But I don't know, does it...
I like the passion.
Can you
Too long.
play it? Is it
Too long, you're right.
Whatever. Yeah. Sure.
This is the most replayed
So
part
just play around with it, see if it...
of the video.
So what
That
we should
guy.
do now is we're gonna put some effects on it to make it sound cooler than that.
Dude, that's the bass drum. It should have... And woo!
You play it a little bit more. That do is pretty great, dude. Do.
All right. Got some effects?
Yeah, I want to add some of that effect on it really to get it to slam.
It took a lot of the high end out of it. The woo sounds crazy.
I just wanna stay in the sun where I find. I know it's hard sometimes.
Love this song.
Peace in the sun's peace of
Ride?
mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I think about the end just way too much. But it's fun to fantasize. All my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
That part's hard to sing, dude.
Taking my time on my ride. I die for you, that's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, bullet for everybody in this room. But I don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man. Literally, I don't know what I do. I live for you and it's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know that tonight there were people back home which are talking to you, but then you ignore them still. All these questions there for real, like who would you live for and die for, and would you ever kill? I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
So sick, dude.
I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
So much going
Taking
on.
my time on my ride. I've been thinking too much.
Love this part, huh?
Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. What to say when I wanna be enough? What a beautiful day for it. Making a break for it. We'll find a way to pay for it. Maybe from all the money we made. Raise a blaze towards rent, to raise source, to force a sponsor, and start a concert, a complete diversion. Start a mob and you can be quite certain. We'll win, but not everyone will get out. Don't know. A win, but not everyone will get out. Don't know. A win, but not everyone will get out. No. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time, taking my time on my ride.
E flat minor. Pretty cool.
I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time.
Golly, man. I'm guessing there's one more song here. We're gonna let it play through. All I can say about that is it's not about the chord progression, it's about the song. It's about the elements and taking unique stabs at songwriting. I mean, the
Well,
chords are
I hate to say it, but,
straight up.
This is our last song. It went by fast. Thank you to MTV for having us. Thank you guys for coming and being a part of this. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys for making me watch this, man. Shout out to the patrons over at Patreon.
All right.
Voted unanimously, not unanimously, but oh, he's playing real drums too. I'm like, how did that make that? Okay, Car Radio, I know this one. Yeah, I know most of these songs now, thanks to y'all. Dirty bass.
kind of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace a slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio,
and now I just sit in silence.
Sometimes quiet is violent. I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding it from me. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction.
I love that distortion on his voice.
I can pull the steering wheel. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace a slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio, and now I just sit in silence.
I want to hear this bass riff again. I think it's like a... Does that sound right? Would it be more like a... my bass and guitar tone at the same time, and then if I take it out and I just do my guitar tone, onward. God, I love that sound though. Wish I could recreate that tone. Need those big strings.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
Oh, I've heard this one too.
Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
Something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. To find over the course of a human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling through. Oh dear, I don't know if
all that rocking.
Am I too deep, please stop thinking. I like to pedal when my car had sound. There are things we can do, right from the things that we're forever wrong to do it, from the two that we choose to do. Peace and win, and fear we lose, and it's fake, and it's sweet. We need to pick one, please, because faith is to be awake, to be awake, for us to think, and for us to think is to be alive. I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. Try to think.
Just put it on the ground, baby.
Try to think.
No time to get to the stand.
Try to think.
Or it's cool, or both.
Try to think.
I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio, and now I just try to think.
Try to think. Try to think.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
Try to
wait for them to ask you who you know.
Try to
please don't make any sudden moves.
Try to
you don't know the half of the abuse.
Try to think.
Now I just sit in silence. Now I just sit in silence. Now I just sit. Now I just sit in silence.
I have the one-handed keyboarding. That scream was epic, dude.
ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They're filled with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace a slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
One time. And that's it. And they knew it was coming. Dude. I'm not always inspired by the videos that I watch, but 90% of these 21 Pilots videos gives me inspiration to take something from it and add it to my set. Even though I play traditional blues music, and you know,
we're 21 Pilots and so are you. So thank you so much.
usually I play traditional music. This is like about as modern. I know it's not modern, but like the way that they're using the loopers and all of that stuff, man, it is epic. That's how it should be done. It's like 1 foot in the old world, 1 foot in the new world. Writing good songs above all else, singing, talent, all of that stuff above all else, but then also trying to push the envelope and change things up a little bit and make it interesting for the crowd. Like when they, obviously those 2 different songs where they use parts of the crowd, and then the part I thought was cool is he was playing that bass in unison with his voice, and he was saying like, MTV asked us to play for 40 minutes, so we're just going to keep playing. Josh is going to back me up the whole time. Like, I don't know what the real song used. I don't know if that part was completely new or if they had different lyrics in the real song and he changed them to fit the MTV Unplugged. But it doesn't matter. It was so rad. The mashups were rad. There's so much that I just like appreciate from this. Almost as much as I appreciate y'all for turning me on to 21 Pilots and all the other music that you've turned me on to. Make sure you check out Patreon if you want to vote for the next video that I listen to, whether it's 21 Pilots or otherwise. If you watch this entire video, man, it means the world to me, and I thank you so much. And let me know you watched the whole thing by typing in the comments below, I did it. Or better yet, we did it. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Appreciate all the love. Peace.